Hello Libras, welcome to Divine Goddess Tarot. My name is Jessica and this is your weekly zodiac reading. Happy Halloween and happy Samhain. It is a beautiful time right now with the veil being so thin. We've got that for a few days depending on when your zodiac reading comes out. So all week we'll be celebrating that, as well as the beautiful eclipse in Scorpio that was on the 25th. So there's a lot of energies coming through right now, very transformative energies. And I really feel that we're on the backside of whatever all of us have been going through. Lots of tower moments, lots of change. But this really is the beginning of the other side, the lighter side. So let's see what energies are coming through for you this week with Halloween and Samhain, whatever you celebrate or acknowledge. And let's see what energies for Libras. So a hidden gift, sadness, an ending, a new beginning. So for some of you, you are still on kind of sounding like that backswing or moving through the energies of loss. And so, or sadness. So let's see what your future higher self is going to give you a message of how to get through this energy. And let's see what is coming through for you right there. The wild hunt, excitement, frenzy, and journey. So your higher self sounds like he or she is very excited for whatever you are moving through and into a new phase. And so let's see, let's tap into also that beautiful Scorpio energy of death and rebirth. So for your spiritual support group, this is your spirit guides, your angels, goddesses, gods, anything that is supporting you or pushing you through the 5D. And right now with that veil being thin, there's a lot coming through. So make sure to also ask. It's idyllic times, the garden and paradise. And she's got a beautiful owl on her shoulder. So if that resonates for some of you, for a spirit animal, I highly recommend looking that up. A lot of wisdom there in sight that is deserved. So let's see what tips and tricks or any messages that could move you through the energy of perhaps sadness. And it says end of an era, hence the ending and a new beginning. So this is the time to really embrace change and something new and the excitement of it. So let's define all these messages with the tarot for you Libras. So for the hidden gift, what is that for Libras? The Empress, the World, bottom of the deck, and that one wanted to come out too, so we're going to bring it. Four Swords and Page of Swords. So for the wild hunt, for this excitement, for something new, right there. Seven of Cups, High Priestess. And no, they're just slick today for me. So let's keep going. I love foils. They're so pretty, but they are slippery. All right, right there. Those two wanted to come out. So Temperance and Judgment. Beautiful. More is what I keep saying. Whoops. So we've got 9 of Cups and 4 of Cups. Ten of Wands. Nope. Oh boy, they are just flipping today. Knight of Wands after the Ten of Wands. And then we have King of Cups and 2 of Swords. Lots of messages for you. Alright, 7 of Swords. And Ace of Cups, and I'm pulling the bottom of the deck. So we've got 5 of Cups. All right. So let's break this all down. So the hidden gift, I love that you have the Empress right off the bat underneath. I really feel that this is the gift. It is the new beginning. It is the end of the era. It is a time that it's kind of like she's pregnant. She's pregnant with life. She's pregnant with ideas. She's pregnant with just the abundance of everything that she wants to create. You've got the World right underneath, which tells me that you're embodying everything you want to create in its gestation. It's time to move forward in the fertile grounds that you are of creating whatever you want. And a lot of times with an ending of a cycle, an ending of a way of being, it's almost like, I always envision it as getting my canvas painted white. It's clear, it's a new canvas, it's brand new. I can just do whatever I want now. And that's the beauty of it, is you can paint it how you want it and do it different, go down a different road. And that is the gift, is to be able to see the ability to create something new in a passionate way. And you've got Venus here, which I really love, because Venus it could be your romantic life. If it was an ending of a relationship and you're wanting love, I really feel that Venus is standing out here saying, go for it, go for what you want. And even though you've gone through sadness, this is a new beginning. And the whole point of broken hearts, loss, grieving, disappointment, is that it gives us the opportunity. We have two choices. We have the choice to close our hearts more and build more walls, so we absolutely seal off the opportunity to create love in our life. We absolutely doom ourselves for it. Or we open again. We open our heart again. We get in the arena again. Now, of course, timing. It's not rushing into something new. Take the time and heal yourself. Take the time to learn a different way. See how you showed up in the relationship that didn't work. Be accountable for your 100%, because we're both, in every situation, we show up in 100% each. And then when it fails, beautifully fails, successfully fails, then we look at the situation and go, what was my accountability in that? And I really feel that when we take the time to get into that nurturing, loving, supportive, full of manifestation energy, we've got to go within first. We really have to tap into the messages that we can't hear if we don't quiet the mind. And that's so important. It's so important to embody going within, and then your higher self, your spiritual support group, is really saying the garden in paradise. I really hear with that, if you think about a garden, you think about a paradise, you think about a beautiful park. Yeah, sometimes there's kids playing and things like that, but usually there's just this peace, there's this tranquility, there's the rustling of the trees, there's sounds of nature, right? And so I hear that when we quiet ourselves to listen to nature, to the sounds of our hearts, what we desire, what we want, then that is really the opportunity for us to step into the Page of Swords energy, when we now have something to go after, to something to present, something to deliver, whether it be our message, or we're able also to receive messages. And that is so important when it comes to being able to see the hidden gifts in all sadness and situations. And this has come up through many of the readings this week, have been to tap into the silver lining of things. And I know that I have that beautiful tendency, because I worked for it. I hold it like a badge, like the Queen of Cups does with her cup, is I do look at things with the viewpoint of seeing their silver lining, their positive aspect, their lesson, the gem in it. And that was a taught behavior, because I didn't always do that. I spent most of my life being how I was raised, of looking at things in a very negative way, a fearful way, scared, absolutely like everything was doom and gloom from how I was raised. And so I changed my life when I learned how to look at things in a positive perspective, seeing the silver lining. And I promise you'll change yours if you choose to focus on something different than the sadness of it. Yes, be in it. It's not saying to avoid the feelings, but when we look to see things differently, instead of turning it just, yes, it's sad it didn't work out, but at the same time, it's not of the same vibration, so is it sad? Was it the lesson that I needed to move forward in my life and do it different? And so when you go over to your future and higher self, he or she is there going, get excited, get in a frenzy, be excited about this journey, including all of its sadness, including the path that, things that didn't go the way you wanted them to. And he or she is asking you to start dreaming. Those dreams, you see all those visions you want for your life. Dream them, focus on them, because that is when we put into the vortex, and that's what we put as our point of attraction, is what we focus on. So if you're focusing about the sadness and the things that didn't work, we miss the things that we could choose in our life, because the universe just says, is this it? Is this it? And matches to what we're aligning, what vibration we're putting off, and what our point of attraction is. So with that, the High Priest, you've got 3 major arcana cards right here in a row, which is the High Priestess, Temperance, and Judgment. So let's start with this one first, of course. This High Priestess, she has the moon phases on her crown. I really feel with this eclipse season, you've got a moon over here in the Two of Swords. It's really tapping into the energies of change, transformation. And that's what this is all about. And when we go with the cyclical aspect of life and we move in with change and we see what's for us, then these scrolls appear for us that she's hidden underneath her robe. And this is specifically for our information. This is for our growth, our karma, our resistance to life, so that we may expand. And so I'm really hearing that when we do that, then we go into this aspect of not only alchemy of life, we're transforming something into a negative into a positive. This is turning, I love water and I love wine. So, but it is alchemy. It is basically turning something into something else. And when I hear this, as far as the alchemy of life, when we look at things in a high vibration and see its lessons, see the pain of it, but also see the purpose in it, then we alchemize our life, because we're turning water into wine. We're turning this into a positive. We're being balanced in our knowing of why we're here, and that is the resistance. And so things show up for us that don't feel so good. They hurt. They suck. It's not fair. All those things. But you see, when we look at it and we say, yeah, it's the way it is because there's a lesson in it for me, that's high vibration. That's a survivor, not a victim of your life. And we're not victims. That's the illusion. And when we do that, you go into this aspect of being resurrected, this judgment where we are taking on the end of the era and we're resurrected into our new life of a new way of being. So that's embracing that. And your higher self is going, get excited about it, because I can't wait to show you what is waiting for you when you get here. Which is just that support of, if you knew what I knew about what you could choose, if you choose it. Because we're always in choice. We don't have to. We could do this for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. The universe has no time frame on when we choose to evolve or move or grow. But that is why we've chosen to be here, is for the expansion of our ability to love and to see and to be, even with all of the illusion of separation, and because we are completely connected. Everything is the illusion. Everything is the absolute illusion of separation, because we are the oneness. And when we realize that, then we are reborn in a different way, because we move in the universe in a different way, because we know that what I do to you, I do to me. And what you do to me, I do to you, and vice versa. It is this reciprocity of nothing but mirroring each other. And when something shows up in our world, we've called it into our space, and that is accountability of the divinity that we are. So with these idyllic times that your higher self is speaking of, that garden in paradise, that's within ourselves. That's within our own mindset and our own choice. And you've got the 9 of Cups as well as the 4 of Cups here. So there's a little bit of this. I really feel that you're in a moment of, you're not accepting anything that is in alignment for you. And when you do that, you have this 9 of Cups, fat and happy, contentment, fulfillment. You have everything that you want. And you're getting clear. Your guides are saying continue to get clear on what you want. Like this being right next to it, the Seven of Cups is really telling me that you got to get clear on what you want, because if you don't, you're so powerful that in the same way, when we're not clear, we create a lot of chaos if we don't have a point of attraction. We don't have that masculine God energy of saying, I know what I want. Now I'm going to go after it, and I'm going to push all my feminine energy of power to create it with action. And so with that, it's your guides are saying, get clear on what you want and don't accept anything less than that. And when we do, we have a full bounty to take back to the town to cash in. So that's this 10 of Wands is really you carrying your load, what you want, taking what you want and running with it. And I hear with the Knight of Wands of doing it with passion, doing it with zeal, doing it with, and these are also things coming back into you. So remember, where we are is our point of attraction. And so therefore that's what we attract. So when we are passionate, we create messages coming into us that are equally as passionate, equally of love, equally of the zest for life and creation and creativity and changing and moving into something different. So the end of the era is really beautiful, this death energy of Scorpio, and really moving into choice. You've had a lot of choice here, Libras, with a lot of double cards moving in. There's just a lot of information for you. But I'm seeing with the King of Cups as well as the Two of Swords that you can take a look at this. You can open your eyes to see that there's choice or not. And you see, the interesting part of the Two of Swords in tarot is that she has been hurt and she's in pain. So she's put the blindfold on because she's in fear. And now she has crossed her heart because she doesn't want to be hurt again. The problem is with that is she's closed herself off from seeing and feeling also love. She is in a state of blindness and defensiveness and fear. And love can't grow where there is fear because love is the absence of fear. So it's time that with this new era, it is time to heal parts of our sadness, move into it and move into the world in that Empress energy. And when we do that, we really get clear on also our emotions and feelings with the King of Cups energy. But we can't get to this energy without taking off the blindfold with this one. So they work really great together with knowing what cause and effect is. So the cause, and if we don't, then we stay blind. And this King of Cups energy, we can move into its shadowy aspects of being in a reverse of not being grounded in our feelings and emotions, not being healed. So, usually people, and even me in my reading, any readers, you can go, okay, well, the intention is to turn it upright. Well, yes, but I feel like this is the caution that this could be turned in reverse just by staying blindfolded. So I really do feel that that is kind of just, the cautionary method. Take what's yours. I also feel like this is take what's for you, what resonates, and leave the rest. I also feel that this is, this is you being ahead of the curve. So in tarot, he is stealing the swords from the army so they can't be used against him in battle. Well, he also, in other tarot cards, sometimes they'll have a bear trap in the front where he's not watching where he's going. So again, I'm really seeing sight, really using your steps as you move forward in wisdom so that you are clear, you're moving in a different way. The hidden gift also reminds me of what's hidden, what aren't you seeing? And that is something that I love asking the universe when I feel like I'm not seeing something in my life, is I say, what am I missing? So with this being blindfolded, perhaps by you taking it off, and I'm not trying to pick on you, Libras, that you're being blind, but it's the encouragement to constantly stay open. I love the statement that says, are you open enough to see where you're still closed? And that is something that, as we evolve in our consciousness and awareness, and being this spiritual being, sometimes we get, our egos even get hung up of going, well, I know this, so I know all that I'm talking about. It is constantly the opening. What am I missing? What am I missing? It's a layering effect. And the moment that you think that you've got this down is when you are closed to see where you're still not open. And it's this constant cycle and wheel. And I see that with the world. I just feel like that this is the fool's journey. It's once you think you got it, then open again to see where you still don't have it. So keep moving forward. And the Five of Cups as well as the Ace of Cups is here. And I just feel like this is just your beautiful reminder just that, okay, this is an end. This is a new beginning. And I'm going to put it over here because it was that way down there. When we turn and look at the full cups we have, this is where it's the same thing, the hidden gift. It's what our perception is, how we are seeing things. What are we putting our focus on? And this has been a very constant message with this transformative energy of Scorpio, of when we move into a new era, now do it different. You can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result unless you associate with the definition of insanity. And we all do at one point or another until we don't. So this is your beautiful message for taking the blinders off, moving forward into the new path, the hidden gift, seeing the gift in it all, and moving forward. So I hope you loved your reading. I know I did. It's deep. All of them are deep this week. Well, what can I say? There's a lot of beautiful energy going on. So thank you so much, and I will see you next week.